Hey, BassGeek here, and we are at ICAST 2026, and we are going to be looking for the next big thing. Every single creator and everybody that reports on ICAST is always looking for the next big thing. Well, the problem is that most of those creators, most of those people tend to only show you the big companies. Well, we've kind of made it a point not to do that over the years, because if you look at the next big thing, it's almost always came from the small company. The Koike, the Cinco, the A-Rig, the Chatterbait, all originally were small business or single people. So this year at ICAST 2026, we're going to talk to some of the big name companies, of course, but we're on a mission to find that thing that everybody else misses, which will more than likely be a small company, and that's where the next big thing will come from. This is day one, and this is the on the water portion of ICAST.
All right, guys, Drew Gregory here with something really cool and unique from Cast King. Yes, Cast King was either smart enough or dumb enough to listen to me and some crazy ideas I had for a rod. This is called the DG Power by Cast King. It's part of the Veris family of rods, a super successful family of rods already. But basically, it's all about power fishing, guys. It's all about doing the style of fishing that I've been known for, you know, in all my days of kayak fishing. And obviously, you can tell with my personality, I'm not going to sit there and soak a worm on the bottom, right? I'm a fast-moving angler. I power fish my way all the time through all the lakes and rivers and creeks. And this whole rod system, it's actually a whole system of rods. There's 4 links in casting, 2 in spinning. It's going to go 6-8, 7-1, 7-3, 7-6. And then in spinning, you're going to have a 6-8 and 7-1. All about throwing these big single hook baits. So, which again, I think is the majority of fishing. It's a lot of chunking and winding. Chatterbaits, spinner baits, buzz baits, swim baits, even plopping style baits. Anything you chunk and wind, maybe not crankbaits. It might not have quite enough moderate action for some people with crankbaits. But the reality is, guys, you've never seen a rod with that before. Double trigger, I'll call it the double rhino trigger, and that's going to get you locked in with full control of all your casts for hook setting and casting. You can cast super accurate. I can even roll cast right, hit this sign right there if I want. I can go forehand, backhand, any direction, because I'm locked in on these triggers, and I can change positions based on the bait I'm fishing. I'm throwing a jig and crawl. Check this out, jig and crawl, moving 2 fingers up, 1 finger on the line like you're supposed to do to get the most sensitivity and feel of the strike. And I'm just dragging it like this and then hook set when I need to, guys. So full control, full power. You got a flat spot here with a fingerprint symbol. It's flat, not rounded. So when you're locked in and you're winding that chatterbait, you're at 12 o'clock, you want to set the hook back to 5 o'clock. You've got power and force and control over the whole rod and reel combo. So right here flat, right here locked in, right here locked in, hook set, you're not coming off. And it's extra stout on the rod as well. The backbone's a little extra stout, but we still have enough flex on the tip to do those little short, roll casts. We did just do a little roll cast. You can still do that. It's not too powerful. We wanted to make it a little bit more powerful because most of us out there don't have the hook sets that we should. We need a little bit more power and control. So that's the DG Power. It's 2-piece rod as well, so you can take it apart and take it on a plane like I did here to ICAST And when was the last time you didn't know you had a bite on a spinnerbait or a chatterbait or a buzzbait, right? We obviously know you actually don't want lightweight and super sensitive on a power fishing rod, because then they're going to break more. They're more brittle. You want more control and more power. And you might say, well, 2-piece rod, that's, we're told those aren't as good. Tell all the fly fishermen that spend thousands of dollars on 4-piece rods, forcing in giant tarpon and snook, that their rods aren't powerful. Obviously they are. This is a way to make it more powerful, and it's got a special connector, a lock and key system, where it can connect in there. You're not going to misalign your guide. It's not going to come apart. It's an awesome system, including the magnet on the rod butt for our male portion of the magnet will go on your gear tracks or on the bass boat. You don't need a tubular rod holder. It'll stick up like that, whenever you want it, just pop it off. Really cool system, only $139 as well. And if you buy it from Kayak King, I believe you're going to get a second tip. So the second portion up here, this upper portion, you get a second one. So that comes with it. So no need to worry about customer service. You can slam it in your car door or any warranties. You can literally just put your other tip on and you're good to go. So it's a pretty cool new system. I'll tell you more about it in some longer videos, but this one's going too long already. But DG Power, go check it out.
All right, geeks, that ends day one. We've seen some interesting stuff. We got out on the water. No, I did not get on the kayak because I didn't want to fall out and get eaten by a gator. Just saying. But we did vote on the new product showcase. As many times as I've been here, that's the first time I've ever done that. Some pretty interesting stuff. Day 2 and 3 is where we're really going to try and find the next big thing. This is day 2. The doors are open and ICAST is in full swing. We're going to go looking at these small businesses. We're going to look at some of the bigger ones too, but we are going to find the next big thing. So like I said, everybody knows the big companies are here, but take a look at this floor plan. Now, if you notice all those small booths, those are a bunch of the smaller companies. There's a ton of them here waiting to make that big deal that's going to change their lives. And that's the companies we're going to go talk to today. Sure, we're going to talk to some of the bigger ones, but those small companies who have an opportunity to talk to Walmart, Tackle Warehouse, some of the biggest distributors in the industry, those are the deals that are going to change those guys' lives. Just like this one we're about to talk to. Now check it out. This is something that is important to me, and I've been seeing this on different social media places because I am real bad about getting sweat drops, water drops, and I just don't take the time to clean it off. And that means on my graph, I'm not seeing as many fish as I should be. Hey man.
Hey.
How's it going?
Good, brother. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Good.
Hey, will you tell us a little bit about that amazing product right there?
Absolutely. So on the screen here, what you're seeing is Nano Shield by ZCare. I don't know if you guys can see it through there, but the left side of the screen and the right side of the screen, one is treated, one is not. If you look to the right side, you'll see these tails developing here. and that's the non-treated side. So that's the water trying to stick to the screen. If you look on this side, there's no tails. It's just beating straight off. That is exactly what this product does. It keeps your screens clean, it repels water, and it protects from finger spots. ZCare Solutions is the only solution in the industry that doesn't have alcohol or ammonia in it. So it's going to protect your screens, it's going to protect your polarization, and it's going to protect your anti-glare. ZCareSolutions.com, check it out.
All right, let's go right next door to another small company here at ICAST, and they're going to tell you a little bit about their lures they're showing down here. Hey man.
Hey, how you doing?
How's it going, brother?
Good.
Introduce yourself, tell us about your company a little bit. I'm gonna let you take over and I'm gonna get out of the way.
All right, so I'm Philip. We are 4-7 Lures based out of Fuquay Varina, North Carolina. Everything is produced right on the back of my property, so we have all the means of production. We specialize in bait profiles and colors that are not found on the open market. 3 in particular that we really like. We've got our 3.8-inch flat shad. Awesome Texas rig bait, looks like a little prey fish. We have our custom 5.5-inch hex worm. This worm is super cool just because you can break off sections and you can fish it however you like. You can do Texas rig, shaky head, wacky worm. And then another one that I'm super excited to talk about, we have our 5.7-inch slink worm, and it is basically a pintail worm. And you can fish that shaky head or Texas rig. And again, we specialize in colors that you're not going to find on the open market. Colors like jelly apple red, colors like peanut butter and jelly. All of those are super popular colors, but you can't necessarily walk into a store and just buy it off of a retailer. You have to order those. So that's our value add, is that we can bring those colors and those bait profiles to all of the shops near you.
Hey man, I appreciate you telling us about your company. Go ahead and, by the way, shout out where they can find you when they're not at ICAST.
Yeah, so www.47lures.com. We've got a Facebook, it's just Facebook/47lures, Instagram 47 Lures. We got a YouTube channel 47 Lures, and a TikTok, all 47 Lures.
They got a ton of great baits here. I know we ain't got time to go over every single one of them, so make sure you go check that out. We love the small companies. We want to make sure that you guys know it's not just about the big companies here at ICAST. Thank you for taking time.
Hey man, I appreciate you.
Now geeks, you know we're going to talk about technology. I'm a huge tech fan. I'm a geek fan. For you geeks that don't know, I'm actually a network engineer. So I'm a computer geek, hence the BassGeek name. And if we're going to talk about geeky stuff, well, this gentleman right here is going to help us out. How's it going, man?
How's it going?
Hey, doing real well. So he's got something that I find really interesting because I'm a boat guy, so I like weight, but you kayak guys out there like length. I don't know if I should have said that out loud, but anyway, this app does both, and I'm really jacked up about it. So, man, I'm going to let you take over. I'm going to shut up and stop being an idiot and get out of your way.
No worries, no worries. How's it going? So basically, we're Fish Techie, and I invented what we call the proof ball. And when you catch a fish, everybody's done it. Well, most people that know what they're doing have done it. You hold the fish, you get a picture of the fish, you just hang this ball, and you get a length, girth, and estimated weight from that picture or that video. So that's pretty much how this product works. We have tournaments in our app. The app's free to use. We also have a whole other product line here. I'll show you. We have what we call the proof bar, which you can set a fish next to as well. We have a high density foam version of it as well. And this can go on a kayak, on a boat, on a cooler, you name it. You can set a fish next to it. It uses center on center in order to measure on these. We just dropped these here at ICAST at this show. We also have these products here, which can go on a fishing rod itself, turns a fishing rod into a measurement device. This goes on a net handle, can turn the net handle into a measuring device. So a lot of cool products that we just launched here at ICAST in 2026.
We appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Hey, make sure you go check that app out. Tell us where, A, they can find out more information, like on your website. B, and I'm sure it's going to be, you know, apps. And hey, I'll let you say it. Anyway, tell them where you can find the app, where you can download it.
So you can go to fishtechie.com and learn more about us. If you search in the Android or iOS App Store, just search for Fish Techie. You can download the app from there. The app is 100% free. There's no subscriptions to use the app.
Wow, that's awesome. All right, man, I appreciate it.
Yep, absolutely.
As always, we know on BassGeek, we're going to get our geek on. So now we've got to talk about the everyday angler. One of the things about the everyday angler is you guys constantly tell me you can't afford these 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1,000, I don't know. Anyway, expensive pairs of sunglasses. Well, we've got the answer for you right here. Hey, man.
Hey, Hank, how the heck are we doing, man?
I'm doing good, brother. Hey, it was great talking to you yesterday. So I want you to tell, all the geeks out there about how you help the everyday angler catch more fish, see more fish, and protect their eyes.
I'll tell you what, it's as easy as this. I'm a bass geek myself. I was actually a little starstruck to meet Hank yesterday. I saw him walking past and I said, dang, hey, I know that guy. Put me on a little more fish. But I'll tell you what, I was telling him, I'm here with Epic Eyewear. We got super high quality, affordable, $25, $30 polarized sunglasses. Just as high quality as the ones you might be spending upwards of $150 for. And look, I'm a huge bass angler myself. That's why I follow BassGeek. And even though, he'll tell me that some of these lures are so good, I think my rod must be broken or something, or I'm just not that good. Because quite frankly, I'm still never catching them. But so what we do is we help keep more money in your pocket. I know fishing can be expensive even if you don't have a boat. You're only paying $30 for these lenses that are gonna crush for you, let you see more fish, catch more fish, looking stylish, killer lenses from copper bases to browns. We got some deep water applications with some smoke bases. All your best styles. Honestly, keep more money in your pocket for the lures. I know you're going in there, and if you're like me, you're bass fishing, you're spending, you think you're gonna come out without spending $70 on Kayak, some Zoom craws. You're not. At the end of the day, whopper ploppers are 15 bucks. I'm gonna spend $30 instead of 150 on a pair of shades I'm gonna beat up anyways, because I know I'm spending at least another $70 next month on soft plastics. So if that sounds like something that resonates with you, I think we got the product for you. Killer options, shipped same day from Colorado Springs, small veteran-owned business.
Hey man, thanks for your time.
Yeah, of course.
And of course, tell everybody, everybody can't make it down to Orlando, or, may not have a retailer in their area that's carrying your product. So give us a website, tell us where they can learn more about you and where they can purchase your product.
All right, so our website is going to be epiceyewear.com, and that is spelled EPOCHEYEWEAR.com. We're also on TikTok, Instagram, pretty much anywhere you can find us. We do prefer that you order straight through our website rather than the Amazon, but what are you going to do,
Yeah.
But we're in tons of retailers. I'd say we're probably in upwards like 1,500 bait and tackle shops. And we honestly love the fishing industry because it's so many small independent businesses just like us. And it's one of the last great genres of small businesses.
It is.
That hasn't been absolutely gobbled up by big corporations.
And that's what we're here. That's what we're highlighting even here at ICAST, because a lot of people just don't think you guys, the small businessmen, are here because we know all the big boys get all the press, right? But all the good stuff come from the little guys. So I've said this 100 times. All right, man. We appreciate it. Thank you for taking your time.
Hey, pleasure to meet you.
Hey, pleasure to meet you, brother.
Dude, I'm a bass geek myself, no lie. I saw this guy walking past the first day of ICAST, and I said, hey, I know that guy.
Well, I appreciate
had to introduce myself.
Oh, and wait a minute. So, if you do make it to ICAST, by the way, make sure you pick up one of these, because they do roll out the sweet, sweet adult beverage at the end of the day.
Hey, you could keep a Mountain Dew in here too. Sometimes you got to set the hook with both hands. You don't want to drop your beverage. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. Thank you, brother.
Enjoy the rest of your show. It was awesome meeting you.
Appreciate you. All right, on to the next one. Now, here's an awesome company that you guys have already seen a bait from, straight out of the JDM market. Now, here's the bad thing. I'm going to have him teach me how to pronounce the company's name first, because I'm not totally sure, and then he's going to tell you about some baits. Hey, sir, how's it going?
How you doing? Very well. Yourself?
So tell me, first off, tell a hillbilly how to pronounce the name.
We're ISSEI.
ISSEI.
ISSEI from Japan.
Okay,
Yeah.
nice. All right, now tell us a little bit about 3 of your favorite baits.
Okay, let me introduce some awesome baits from us. Like, first one, we have what we call Jerkbaits. It's a huge vibration, lipless crankbait. And it's a huge one. And this makes a powerful wave, very strong. That's awesome. Also, we have gill flat. We call gill flat streamer. It's a kind of glide bait. It's also awesome. The last one, I have AK Punch right here. It's a vibration bait. This is very popular in Japan. I hope you try it. Thank you.
All right, sir.
Thank you.
We appreciate you very, very much.
Thank you for your time. Thank you for coming.
I'm going to try a bunch more of your baits, especially. I'm just going to say, man, I love this thing. So many good baits from
ISSEI.
ISSEI. It's got that I at the first. I want to say ISSEI, but ISSEI all the time.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's an honor
Appreciate
meeting
it.
you guys.
Thank
A great company, and thanks for taking the time to talk with us.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah.
Thank you.
Arigatou gozaimasu.
Hey guys, listen, one of the great things about coming down to ICAST is the people. And this is what I consider one of my definite favorite people in the world. I'm going to let him introduce himself, tell him where you can go check him out. He's down here doing the same thing we're doing, checking out those small companies that are down here at ICAST, because we know they're the big innovators.
Yeah, that's right, Hank. I love to promote the smaller independent bait companies, but I appreciate it. It's always a great pleasure being able to run into you. Every year it seems like at ICAST we're able to sit down and chit chat a little bit.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, man, I do podcasts on the mic.
Yep.
And we have some of the biggest names in the world of bass fishing on the show, literally on the show. Check it out. You can also check me out on my platform, all my social platforms, Facebook, Norman Lee and Norman Lee Fishing. YouTube, my YouTube channel is Norman Lee Fishing, TikTok, and all the rest, whatever.
Yeah, all the social webs.
There's so many of them that I can't even, but everything's at Norman Lee Fishing, man. But yeah, come by, swing by the channel on the mic, and we have a great time. And as a matter of fact, right after we get back from ICAST, I'll be actually guiding. I also guide.
That's what I was getting ready to say.
Normally fishing, like that up as well. I'm actually going to be heading south right after the show. I got a bunch of guide trips lined up on Lake Estapoga and Lake Placid in South Central Florida before I head back. But as soon as we head back, Hank, get back to Tennessee, we're actually going to be starting to record for season 2 of On the Mic, and we have some spot up guests already lined up to come on. So,
can you give us a sneak preview of one of the big ones?
Yeah, we're gonna have one of the first episodes. We're gonna be having Byron Velvet.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Now, most everybody knows Byron Velvick from the fishing world, Elite Series Pro, and then later on went to fish with the Bass Pro Tour. Now he's one of us. He's a full-time podcaster, social media guy. But a lot of people might know Byron Velvick as The Bachelor.
The Bachelor, that's right.
Byron Velvick was the Bachelor back in the day when he was a lot younger. He had more hair, and all the women flocked to him.
Oh yeah, I had that beautiful gold locks.
Yeah, but that's a little bit of a sneak peek. And we have a lot of guests we've had on many times before. We're going to have Trey McKinney and quite a few of them coming on. As a matter of fact, as soon as we leave here, I'm heading over to talk to Trey as well. So Trey, once again, Trey is leading the angler of the year points with the Elite Series, man. He's either first or second.
That's it.
And maybe we'll see this year. Maybe he might take
I think it's his this year.
I think it's going to be his. It's his to lose anyway, and he'll tell you the same.
Yeah.
Man, Hank, it's always a pleasure.
Always a pleasure, sir. I appreciate the heck. Thank you for your time.
Yeah.
Thanks for doing the interview, and thanks for having me on the mic. I got to be on there one time. I really do appreciate that. We had a great time.
Great time.
And anytime you need me, man, I'm yours.
Yep. As a matter of fact, mark this down. We're going to be hollering, shouting out to you, and we're going to get you on season 2 as well.
Right.
So you'll come on, and we'll have a good time again on the mic.
Oh yeah, all the time.
Right.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Okay, so of course, you guys know we were the first ones to do a video on the Koiki. There's a ton of different ways to rig them and a ton of different great things just like that from small businesses here at the show. This is one of them. This is the Floatzilla booth. This is the owner. Pleasure to meet you.
How you doing,
Good to
Hank?
talk to you. Hey, go ahead and introduce everybody and tell us about your different rigging methods for the Urchin, whatever baits there.
Corky, Urchin.
Yeah.
All right. So here we're at 2026 ICAST. Our brand is Floatzilla. We make a bunch of different floats and all, but 2026 at ICAST, we have our Corkies, Urchin bait hook. Okay, it's a way to hook the bait with a single hook versus that treble. We believe that the treble hook is not going to go into the future. It's not the way. They're just doing it that way because it's what they had in their pocket, you know. So we came up with a single hook, and that single hook has this thing right here. It's the same thing that's on our frog hook. And what happens is when you put it in a soft plastic, that keeps that hook from rolling over. Keeps that hook from rolling over. Depending on how big your corky or uni is, you cut these things back. All right? And that's going to give you a single hook versus a treble hook. Here's one rigged right here. This is how it looks. You can see that you've got great penetration and no rollover on the hook. You're going to catch them. You're going to catch them in 2026 Floatzilla. We got it. We got the hook right here for you. If you're fishing a lot of tidal water, we have another way to hook these corkies. You basically put our Wacky Connect. It holds the hook right here, these double O-rings in there, and it gives you a different profile. Instead of the bait ball look, you put the Wacky Connect in the middle, and it gives you that, looks like a crab, basically a sand crab. A lot of Potomac River, Susquehanna Flats, anywhere there's tidal water and you got crabs, it makes the corkies or these unis look like sand crabs. Really great way. The hookup is unbelievable. It's hard body in the middle with a regular hook in there. Great hookups. You don't have to worry about using that treble hook anymore. Crab look, Floatzilla, Wacky Connect.
All right, sir, we appreciate your time. Listen,
Thank you.
I'm going to tell you, it's not just the tidal water that the crab style bait is coming in. We've seen a lot of those out there. They are working on the inland stuff too. And I know a lot of people are going to punch me right in the nose for telling you that already because I'm spoiling a lot of people's deal. So, but anyway, that's what we do here on BassGeek. So, man, we appreciate you. Hey, tell us where they're going to be able to find these products at.
Okay, so currently not on the market. That's why we're at ICAST. New product, right? New product. Give us 30 days. Give us 30 days. Floatzilla.com. You know, you can't miss it. We're going to have them out there.
All right. So Floatzilla.com, where you can learn a lot more. May not be able to get them yet, so make sure you're paying attention to that website. When they drop, you know how it is. They're going to be hot and they're going to be gone. So make sure you get them. But tell us, you pretty much on all the social interwebs out there?
Yeah, definitely. Facebook and all. We're definitely advertising and all. Most of right now, though, we're selling our regular floats, tail floats and all like that. Okay. Like I said, these are new products. This is new products for 2026.
So a lot of other stuff. Make sure you go check them out. And we appreciate your time, man.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Y'all take it easy. Let's go to the next. Now, it's really fun when we find products that we've already talked about in other places that then show up in ICAST and get ready to blow up. And let me tell you, this is a product that if you don't have, well, where the hell have you been at this point? Because they've been on the Geek channel 2-3 times. Well, they've got 3 new products at ICAST. Let's talk to them. What's going on, man? How you doing? All right. So this is the guy that's going to tell us about them. Hey, man, I'm going to let you talk about these products. The Nasty Bait Company, take it over.
Yeah. What's up, y'all? We want to show y'all our new Nasty 360 jerk. So this is going to be our slowest sinker yet. And it's going to be a real true jerk bait. You're going to be able to yank it as hard as you want to. And now what's special with this jerk bait, it's got 360 hooks. All 3 of these hooks are free spinning. See that? The fish has no leverage to throw the hook. They'll come up spinning like a catfish. Now let's show you how it works. Every time you twitch it and it slashes, it's going to stand straight up. So now when you're seeing fish on forward facing, all of our jerk baits are filled with tungsten. So it's gonna show up really, really good. Plus you'll be able to sink it right on top of the fish. And I can't jerk it too hard in the tank, but this thing has an incredible slashing action. It's going to be deadly in those early spring tournaments when those fish are real lazy. And that's our Nasty 360 jerk. It's available on our website. We're here at ICAST, so check us out on that. Now I want to show you the Freak. The Freak is our lipless. This is going to be a game changer for doing a rattle trap over shallow grass, because he's going to do the same thing. He has a little faster sink rate, but stands straight up. You can rip it. Oh, I caught one. Now let me show you how it does. So imagine that was on top of some hydrilla. This thing will actually sit right on top of the grass. And you can rip it, pop it, let it sit on the grass if you want to. You can still crank it like a normal lipless. It's actually got a tighter shimmy. But it's really going to be key when those fish are on those super shallow flats. You don't have to crank it as fast as a normal rattle trap. You can just slow roll it over 2 or 3 feet of water. And that's our Freak. He's a Freak 360. He's got the spinning hooks too. See that? The fish have no leverage. You can spin them as much as you want, both hooks. And that's really important when you're fighting a big fish. They can't get leverage to throw the bait. That's our Freak. We got one more bait to show y'all. I don't have him tied on because he's just a small version of the all-in. He's got the same thing. He's got swivel hooks too. He's just gonna run a little shallower. He still sinks. He's down there in the tank right there. Still stands straight up. So that's our new baits from the Nasty Lure Company. We're here at ICAST 2026. We hope y'all check us out.
Hey man, appreciate you taking the time. Listen, tell us where they can find them online.
Okay, they can find them. They can find them at thenastylurecompany.com. Just all one word. We're selling all of them there. We're selling our lure knocker. That's there as well. That's where you can find us. We're in a couple local tackle shops in Alabama and North Carolina, but the best way to get some is go online, and if you get more than $100, it's free shipping.
So we'll make sure that we put all the links down there in the description. Like I said, they've already been in a few expo videos. So if you guys haven't seen these baits before, you really need to go check them out. There's a lot of stuff you can do with them. Love that ability for them to stand on their head like that. And I guess you guys are on all the social medias.
That's right. We're on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook. It's just the Nasty Lure Company.
There you go.
Yep.
So make sure you go check that link down there. Known these guys for a long time. Got an incredible bait. Make sure you help spread the word about them too, man. We appreciate your time. All right, let's get to the next booth. Now, again, we're talking about small companies. We're talking about you geeks that love to make baits. Now, I'm too lazy to do it, but for you geeks that love to do it, we've got an incredible product from a small company right here.
Hey, how's it going, man? Good to see you, dude. Thanks for stopping by.
I appreciate it. We love, and I know I've got a bunch of geeks out there that love to build their own baits. So this is something that I really want to talk about. We're highlighting the smaller businesses. So that's why we wanted to stop by.
Awesome.
And I'm going to let you introduce yourself and tell everybody about your product.
Yeah, absolutely. What's going on, everybody? My name is Michael. I'm known as Bait Chuckin' here on YouTube. That's where you can find my channel. I'm the owner of 8-Bit Baits, and what we do is we sell color shifting powders and flakes for bait makers. So on my channel, I teach people how to make their own soft plastic baits, and primarily one of the products we use is some of the color shifting powders. So it gives bait makers the opportunity to add that color shift effect into their baits, and they'll work with soft plastic baits, silicone baits, resins, epoxies, clear coats. They can handle all the abuse with the different chemicals and materials that we throw at them as bait makers. And some of the stuff that makes our powders unique is the fact that they're all optically clear. Very different than, let's say, glitter. Glitter works off of reflection properties. Everything we do works off of light refraction, so it requires light to pass through it. A great example is, I'll use one of these baits here by West Coast Baits. You can get a color shift on it. This uses our ghost trout, which is pink to green, but then when you hold it up to the light, it completely disappears. You can't even see the particles because they're optically clear and they blend in with the plastic. So we have different size flakes. Siren scales are real popular. These are multicolored or multi-size flakes in various different colors. We have the moon dust powders, which gives us the very large particle size effects for the color shifting properties, and that's primarily what we do. So I mean, it's just so many different ways to make the baits. Here at the show, I mean, we're showing off the powders, but we also have a wonderful display of so many custom bait makers that are using our products in their baits. So we're just here at ICAST for the first time, just to let everyone know who we are, and we're here and trying to make a name for ourselves.
All right. Hey man, thanks for showing everything. And man, there are some incredible looking baits here that some different bait makers have made and painted out of this. What's the proper term?
This it's just color shifting powders, like hollow shift, moon dust. Those are kind of like our trademark.
See, that tells you how little I know about doing this. I would have been like, for this paint, no, right? No, it's definitely not paint. But you guys that love to do, you love to geek out on the baits, which I do. I love to build them, love to paint them, love to inject them, every which way you like to do them, pour them, whatever you call it. Make sure you go check him out. Hey, tell them where they can find you at again.
Yeah, so you can find us on Instagram. We're at 8-Bit Baits, and here on YouTube and also Instagram is at Bait Chucking. So real easy. Yeah.
So make sure you go. They can purchase on the website.
Absolutely, purchase on the website. Yep, and I got all the if you go to my YouTube channel, all the videos got the products underneath the videos as well. Everything's tagged, so you can do us that way too.
So make sure you go hit that subscribe button for him, and we appreciate you taking the time.
I appreciate you stopping by. Thank you so much. I'm a huge fan of your channel too, man.
I appreciate the heck out of it. And hey, all right, like I said, go check out these small businesses. Now, next booth up, let's go. Geek, so another great small business, and I love this name because for me it's true, retail. And it is Fish or Die. And they've got down here, they've got a few baits that they're going to show to us right now. And tell us a little bit about their company. Hey sir, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing well. I appreciate you spending your time with us. I'm going to let you tell everybody, and by the way, I love the name. If you didn't hear me say that walking up.
Thank you.
Fish or Die, I need a shirt. So go ahead and tell us about some of the stuff you've got here at ICAST.
Yeah, so I'm Taylor Magditch, I'm the owner. Make everything by hand. We're one of the few. We're trying to keep up. It's a growing demand, cutthroat industry. I'm going to show you a few different things we have. First and foremost, like you said, the name. So everything is military, historical themed. For example, our straight pearl color here. We don't call it pearl, we call it independence. So everything has a theme with us. We like to keep it made in America. We say made in the colonies. We're from PA, Northeast PA, Nazareth. So I'll show you 3 baits that are killer. We've been selling a bunch of them. You can grab all 3 of them at Tackle Warehouse currently. So first one here is the Anomaly. So this was our new product showcase entry. Everyone's coming out with the different Urchin styles. We consider ours more of a jellyfish style, right? So we were the first ones to come up with the fluke tail. Another company came up with one shortly thereafter. And as of until yesterday, we were the first ones to have both plastisol appendages and that silicone coming through. So Shout out to my wife Courtney. She's currently at home right now, singly putting in those silicone strands by hand. So it's pretty brutal, but it's a killer bait. We scent everything as well. So that's a garlic crawl scent. Second one I'll show you is a collaboration we did with our buddy Dylan Fogarty. He's in the EQs this year. He's fishing the opens. So this is the Shiv. We have a 3.5 size, 4 1/4. This is our 6-inch, and then we actually did the 8-inch this year. So that's our Fog of War color. And it's a very, very soft, supple plastic. Gets great rolling action. Hopefully you guys can see it all. I'll flip it upside down. It's got that deep V belly. So when you're shaking that bait, it's cutting like this as you're rolling it. So it's got really good action. It's got that indentation up top for the queen tackle, rolling, strolling, any ball head jig, honestly. But we decided to put the appendages or the flaps there, and decided to go with the straight pintail. Feel it's a little bit more versatile. Really good chatterbait trailer as well because of that. So that's the Shiv, and then we'll go to, prior to the Anomaly, our all-time bestseller, which is a staple for us in the Northeast here, is the Gadsden. I'll grab a good shad color for you here. So that's the Gadsden. Drop shot bait. People throw it on a Ned, but definitely designed it to be fished on a drop shot. So we got the flat belly, and then that tail's cut out right there. So very, very little rod action. It's going to catch any type of water movement and create that disturbance. Along with that, obviously the 3D eyes. So being from the Northeast up in PA, those eyes are killer. It makes a huge difference for smallmouth because they're nasty, man. They attack that, they get territorial, and they'll hunt for it. So yeah, I appreciate you guys stopping by. That's 3 of the awesome baits. All of them are awesome, but that's 3 that I would definitely start with if you're not familiar with our company. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, brother. Thank you for telling us about the company. Now, make sure, if you didn't already, tell everybody again, just to remind them, where they can find you out in the interwebs.
Yeah, so biggest is Instagram, Fish or Die Bait Co. Facebook, Fish or Die Bait Company, and then TikTok as well, Fish or Die Bait Co. So we're on all the socials.
And of course, the website where they can order.
FishOrDieBaitCompany.com.
Okay, like I always say, there will be links down in the description. Help out the small companies. That's what we're down here at ICAST to show you guys this year. And
Appreciate
that is, you know, because look, these guys are down here. It's kind of like he said, you know, I've always said big companies don't really invent baits. That's all I'm saying to that. And these guys do. Thank you, brother. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
All right, let's get to the next booth. So we talk about how small companies innovate, how most of the time they're the drivers of innovation when it comes to the bass fishing world. Well, this is one of those companies. We talk about environment. We talk about making sure we manage our environment correctly. Well, that's where this company comes in. How's it going, sir?
Great to meet you.
Hey, so this is a very unique bait. I don't want to tag it with environmentally friendly. Maybe that's, some people are like, hey, but anyway, this is a really unique bait. It's really interesting. So we're going to let him tell you a little bit about the company, about the bait, how they're made, and I don't know, anything else he wants to talk about.
Perfect.
I'll say hi to Mom, we'll let him do it.
Awesome.
All right, man. Thank you.
All right, at Zero Trace Baits, we make biodegradable soft plastic fishing lures. Each one of our bait is made out of entirely food-grade materials. There's absolutely no plastic inside of this lure. You can see they start off a little bit firmer here, a little bit less action to them. You rig them up this way. Each bait is scent infused, and the scent does not get all over your hands. Once you get them in the water, they're going to hydrate. They're going to get the action you expect out of your soft plastics and leak the scent the entire time you're fishing with it. Once you lose it, no big deal. It's all natural food-grade material. At Zero Trace Baits, each one of our baits are water soluble, which means you actually have steady scent projection in the water. the more time the bait is in the water, the smellier it will be. So it will actually do the work for you. The longer you fish with it, the smellier it gets and the more action you get. So it improves the longer you fish with it.
All right, so this is Andrea, and she's going to talk about her perspective with this bait company and what she does.
Hi there, I'm Andrea. I'm the Director of Operations and Logistics, which is just a fancy term for saying I wear a lot of different hats here. So I work at Zero Trace Baits, and I work with Evan, and we make biodegradable fishing lures. I am kind of the witch that's brewing the cauldron. So when we're brewing it, we cook everything, we inject everything, so I hand make everything, we package it, we do it all. A long time ago, I started working at a nonprofit sailing school, and I started an environmental science camp for kids, and Evan was one of my helpers, and then we branched off into environmental science, and then he started a fish camp. Fast forward, I became a science teacher. After COVID, I needed a little bit of a break from that sort of thing. And so I was in a transition period, and Evan approached me with his capstone project and how we can actually scale a dream into a reality. Because we really just want to be a disruptor in the accidental plastic pollution that keeps on happening. Because fishing is not the problem, it's just the fact that we lose things every time we're trying to go fishing. So we're just trying to make a change and be something different.
Yeah, I mean, we hand make all of these in Long Lake, Minnesota. It's a team of 2. It's a small barn. This is all hand done injection. So we are a very small company. This is our first show. We're extremely excited to be here and be able to show the product off to everyone. It's just been a fantastic experience being able to meet the fantastic people and have a great time just experiencing this place.
All right. Hey man, I appreciate that. Listen, these are some very interesting baits. I really like them, love them. He showed us how they work in the water, how soft they are. It's really impressive what these guys have done. And like I always say, the small business is the innovative driving force in pretty much every industry. So make sure you go out there and support them. Hey, tell us where they can find you on social medias first.
So we are at Zero Trace Baits on all social media platforms. Our website is zerotracebaits.com. That's where we will get the cheapest prices and support us the most. As we are as well in every Boundary Waters outfitter that is a small local Minnesota area. So you can find us in those retail shops as well.
All right. We'll make sure we put links to the website down in the description, as we always do, so you guys can support these small businesses. All right, man. We
Thank you so
appreciate
much.
your time. And anything else you want to say, Ryan?
That's about it.
All right. I think you covered it all pretty well. We appreciate your time, sir.
Thank you much.
And let's get to the next booth, guys. All right, geeks, whether you love it or hate it, I'm a geek. I'm a network engineer. I've done told you this. I love technology. It helps me catch more fish. And now we've got the new transducers from Garmin. You know, I'm a big Garmin fan. My boat's loaded with it. So now we're gonna let this gentleman, who's gonna educate me, because I'll be honest with you, I haven't done enough research on it yet to figure out which one I'm buying first.
All right, so let's take a look at the brand new LiveScope 2. We got 2 brand new models here that we want to show off, the LVS 42 HD and the LVS 44. We've got them right down here, a 42 and a 44. One nice thing about this, no black box needed. Run to power, network, plug in, you're good to go. The other cool feature that we have on the new transducers is it will detect when it's in or out of the water. Once you take it out of the water, the transducer shuts off automatically. The 42 HD is going to work out to about 125 feet. So you're going to use that for the majority of what we see in the bass market. If you're running an LVS 34 currently, that's probably what you're going to migrate to, is that 42 HD. It's going to give you really, really good target separation, see small targets out to 30 feet better than ever before. The 44 is going to reach out to about 250 feet. So if you needed more distance on it, you would go with that 44. And so with both of them, they're easy installs, no black box needed. We did a lot of image stabilization with these with the built-in AHRS compass. And so now you're going to see the best of our live sonar just got even better.
Thank you very much, sir, for your time. I've got one big question.
Sure.
So, being that it doesn't have a black box, what units are they compatible with? So, I've got a mix and match on mine.
Yep.
I've got a EchoMap E2 on the front.
Okay.
I've got everywhere else they're the E1, so the first gen EchoMaps.
That's perfect. So let me take it from there. So if you have an EchoMap Ultra 2, no problem. It's going to work with them. EchoMap Ultras, it'll work right out of the box, but it's not going to get software updates in the future.
Gotcha.
Okay. We also do a black box 8700. It'll work out of the box with that, but in the future, that's not going to get current software updates.
Gotcha.
So you really want to have an EchoMap UHD 2 or Ultra 2, and you know you're good.
Gotcha.
And then on all the current GPS map units, along with the 9200 series, it's going to work flawlessly with that.
Okay, that's awesome. Being a bass angler, now I fish a lot of clear water. So the biggest decision that I've got to make is like which one. I run at about 120 feet out most of the time.
Okay.
So, and I also fish some pretty deep water. So we can be catching smallmouth out of 80 feet deep, not over 80, but down 80. So we can cover some pretty big water column. Which one of those transducers do you think
So
would work best for me?
you might lean a little bit more towards the 44
Gotcha.
in that instance there, where that 42 is going to work really well. It does work out to 125 feet, but where you see it really work well is at 80 foot or less, 60 foot or less. You know, your target separation or identifying small targets, the 42 is going to be able to see at a 3.5 inch target at 30 feet really well.
Gotcha.
The 44 is going to see about a 5.5 inch target at 30 feet.
Wow.
So 44 is still really, really good, and you get that extra distance. So you got to kind of, I'm going from a 34 to a 42 HD because I'm 80 feet or less 90% of the time.
Gotcha. Well, I catch a lot of, 5 and 6 inch bass, so, I probably need all the help I can get.
Perfect.
Hey, man,
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your time.
Absolutely.
All right, geeks, let's hit that next booth. Thank you. Hey, listen, you've heard me talk about Bass Boat Electronics now. Really, you've heard me talk about them for several years, but we've really started doing some things together here lately. They were the ones that really hooked me up on the trade-in, going from a GPS map. Now, the GPS map, I'm going to geek out a little bit, geeks. The GPS map, to me, is a great standalone if you're running other electronics and you want to go with what I still consider, and I've seen them all, the best forward-facing option out there. So whether you're running Birds, Lowrance, whatever, and you still want that best in-class Garmin forward-facing, especially with the new HD that you just heard the gentleman from Garmin talk about, well, the best place in the world to get it is where Holly works. So it's pretty awesome that we got to run into her down here.
Yeah.
She works with Bass Boat Electronics and Ultramarine Service, which does a bunch of rigging. I'm really stupid and we've rigged our stuff, but I promise you, the boat will be coming to them because they'll do a heck of a lot better job. They'll fix our mess
Yeah,
ups.
for sure.
But so tell us right now, what's kind of your number one seller as far as Garmin units go?
Garmin units would probably be the Ultra 2 series, 126, even the 106. I would say for LiveScope would be 126, the 166, the new 16-inch screen that came out last year. And then Spy Pole would obviously be really good with the Ultra 2 series as well.
Now see, that's something, I don't even have the Spy Pole yet, something that I'm going to hopefully be picking up here soon. But they know everything about it. And listen, I know Holly is probably, she doesn't give herself enough credit about knowledge on products just a minute ago, and I'm going to tell you right now, she probably knows, she's already rattling off the numbers better than I can, so I don't believe she don't know. Now, all that being said, the Spy Pole is a really unique setup, especially with the now kind of, what do they call it? It's, I don't want to use the wrong term here, not 360, but it's, what do they call that new transducer that goes with it?
It's the 360.
Okay, so there we go.
It's the 360 transducer for sure.
See?
Yeah, which will be mounted on the spy pole.
And that gives you a different option. It also comes with the ability to be able to mount that forward facing on there too. And I run 2 of the old 34s. Hey, let me ask you a question. So I actually seen on your all's, it was either TikTok or Instagram, are they discontinuing the 34s completely?
They
or was
are.
that the 32s that they were
No, the 32s have been discontinued for some time now. The 34s are actually now discontinued as well with the launch of the new LiveScope 2. So 2 brand new transducers, the LVS 42 HD and the LVS 44.
Okay, so with those 2 new transducers, you guys just heard, again, the gentleman from Garmin explain what those do way better than I can. And so one of the things we think you really want to do is check out with Bass Boat Electronics is those Ultra 2s, those Echo maps, because they've got faster processors, they've got better, brighter screens than the first one, and just like he said, they don't, on the E1s, they will work, the new transducer will work, but they won't be receiving those updates to make that transducer work better and better over time.
Right.
Let's see, is there anything else you want to talk about as far as you want to, shout out to everybody where we can find you, where they can go get to you.
So Bass Boat Electronics, we're located in Louisville, Tennessee, just south of downtown Knoxville. We do have an online presence, bassboatelectronics.com. We do installs, Garmin, Humminbird, Lowrance, you name it. Fusion, JL, stereo systems for your boat.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so we can pretty much do it all, lighting, all the things. We also do trades. So if you have any of your older units and you're wanting to get into your new ones, if you're wanting to upgrade to the newer GPS map series or the new Ultra 2 series, or want to trade in your LVS 34 for one of the new transducers, jump on our website and you can fill out that trade-in program form, and then we will shoot you over a quote to get you some updated tech on your boat.
And that's what I love about what they do, because they saved me a buttload of money trading in that GPS, which I love. And luckily I didn't have to wipe out any of my waypoints on there, because there wasn't any, because I stink at bass fishing. But anyway, hence why I love these units.
Yeah, we can trade it, we can install it. Yeah,
they can do it all.
If you have any, we're also Ultramarine Service, which is our Mercury side of things, same location. We are Knoxville's repower and service center for Mercury.
There you
go.
go.
Yeah, if you want a really good motor, want to keep your hull, save a little money, we can definitely help you out with that. So bassboatelectronics.com or ultramarineservice.com. We would love to help you.
There you go. Hey, I appreciate it. It's good to see you.
Thank you.
It's
Hank.
awesome.
Yes,
Tell
so
that
good to
husband
see
of
you.
yours to keep at it. I hope he's catching something. Hey, and you know what? I got to do it because he's a good friend of mine. Go ahead and shout out his YouTube channel too.
Eric Romines Fishing.
There you go.
Give him a follow. Thanks.
There you go. All right, we appreciate it. Thank you for being on. It's good to see you down here.
Thank you.
Listen, from little spoons to big spoons,
you got
from jigs of all shapes and sizes and heads, this company makes some of the best out there for every single angler. And look, just so happens, who's in the booth? One of the guys who they've named one of the new heads they've got that I cannot wait to get my hands on, Mr. Luke Paulson. So, sir, it is always an honor and privilege to talk to you, but since you designed it, I'm gonna let him talk and I'm gonna shut my big mouth up.
A new head we have is the level head. It's a design I've worked on for a couple of years actually. It's a pretty unique jig head, and it's got a 90-degree straight eye to it. The reason we did this is the tie point is so important with the jig head minnow. You can really change the action of the minnow. The bait falls really fast like this, but the tension of that line tie torquing the head is going to cause it to slow down when you create tension on the bait. And it also, hence the name, is going to have a level angle to the bait. Slightly head down, it creates more water against the tail, so you get a lot of tail movement, rolls side to side really well. Really unique head design, but your line tie is the important part of that. It's a custom O'Shaughnessy hook, great keepers, all that stuff's really cool, but the line tie makes that thing shine. Also got a new little finesse jig here too, it's pretty cool, the Weekender series. So very affordable finesse jig. It's 3/8 ounce, 8 colors. You know, it's a little bit more plain than the high-end dirty jigs, which are awesome finishes, but it's a very affordable jig, 4/0 VMC hook to it, so it's a jig that's spider cut. You can cut it down if you want, leave it full length if you want a slower fall, but something you can throw on 15, 17 pound line, not bend that hook out. But you can also get away with 10 or 12 pound line if you want a finesse jig like that. So pretty cool new baits from Dirty Jigs here at ICAST.
Sir, as I always say, pleasure and honor to talk to you. Been a big fan of yours for a long time, watched your career. I'm really old, so you're not really old.
It sounds like you're calling me old.
No, I see you. Listen,
that's what I got out of that.
This is why I said I should just shut my big mouth and get off here. Hey man, listen, I appreciate you taking the time to do this for us, and it's good stuff. I can't wait to get out there and fish these two baits. They're going to be really good, and he dropped some really good tidbits in here, especially about the fall rate in that skirt. Geeks, you need to listen. By the way, tell them where they can find you, your social media, anything they want to do to be able to follow you, and where they can get these baits at.
You can find me under Luke Clausen on all the social media outlets. We do quite a bit on YouTube Live during my tournaments, but also Instagram, Facebook, all that stuff. All these baits are available at Tackle Warehouse here in the near future, if they're not already there, but all major retailers will be carrying them, along with all the Dirty Jigs and Nichols brand stuff.
There you go. And like I always say, we'll put all those links down in the description so you can find those, and including to Mr. Clausen. So make sure you follow him, root him on out there while he's putting up with all that rough weather, hot sun. Yeah, man, I'm out there too, but not like he is. Hey, thank you, brother.
I appreciate it.
Let's go see the next booth we can find. All right, so we know that Missile is a very well-known company, but believe it or not, they're not a huge company either. And I know this because they're from my neck of the woods. I know these guys extremely well.
I'm about to shoot
We're
a
going to
video,
stop
like
in
I'm in the
and talk
process.
about some
Just
of
letting
the
you know.
baits they have dropped here at ICAST. What's going on, man?
Oh, hey, what's going on?
What are you doing, brother? So
Checking out
we know
new
you.
baits.
Yeah, well, we know you guys have dropped several here at the show this year.
Yeah.
So do us a favor, tell all the geeks out there what they're going to geek out with from the new line of Missile baits. I guess maybe not a new line, but a whole bunch of new baits. Anyway,
Yeah.
I'm going to get out of here before I mess it up. Let him tell you the good stuff.
What's up, geeks? So first, I'll show you our new Buzz Wagon. We'll start from the back and work our way to the front. So this is built on a 3/0 Gamakatsu flipping hook. It's a sweet hook, very strong, not too big to where they won't get it, but the perfect size. It's built on 5/16 ounce lead keeper, and if you can see it there, it's got some little fins that kind of hold the bait on there. It also has about a 1/4 inch drop down that helps a lot with the hookup ratio when they come up and get it. And it's also got a sleeve. I'm not sure what material it's made out of, but it sounds really good. The blade knocks on this sleeve. You can either have it to where it knocks, or you can pull it off a little bit, and it also will spin and squeak on that wire without knocking on the sleeve. And then lastly, it's got the cone on the front. This cone helps keep it weedless and stay out of the grass and debris that's on the surface. So you can throw this buzz bait up into some nasty stuff and just wind it out, and it won't get hung up. It's a great buzz bait, probably the baddest toad toter buzz bait on the market right now. So that's probably my most favorite. But really our headliner for ICAST, this is the new dice jig. We basically have solved all of the Urchin style problems with the Urchin style baits. It's got a built-in 1/0 VMC hook, as you can kind of see there. It's got a nice little bend in the hook bend right there that kind of locks in the fish when you set the hook and you've got them. It also has a living rubber skirt with like silicone accents. This is the Scuppernong brown color. That Scuppernong has been really popular in the past couple months with the urchin craze. And it's also got a little clip there that you can clip on weights to fish it however fast or however deep that you want. So it's really, customizable, and it's an easy fix to all the urchin problems. To add to that, it's living rubber, so when it's going to be packaged in a bag, and when you pull it out of the bag, it puffs right out. So you have no storage issues. It's real compact. It's going to be nice and tight fit in your storage containers, and you don't have anything else to worry about. Pull it out, tie it on, and go fishing. And lastly, these are my top 3 favorites. This is probably one of my second favorites, but it's going to be very useful, especially for smallmouth and largemouth and highland reservoirs. This is the Micro Football HD jig. This is a beefed up version of our already very good selling and very useful micro football jig. This one's going to come 1 in a pack, and it's going to be packed in a bag as well. But really what's cool about this jig, you see the bite on that hook. It's about a 1/4 inch higher than what the bite is on the micro football jig. It's a sweet jig with a 1/0 VMC hook in it. It's got a little bit beefier weed guard, a little bit fuller skirt, and it comes in 2 new colors in the micro jig series. So this is green pumpkin goby. You see the little pearly accent on the bottom. I love that because everything in nature has a pearl or white bottom. So the bottom's a little bit lighter. And then we also came out with it in Bammer Crawl. Bammer Crawl is probably one of the best selling jig colors that we have, and it's one of my favorites. So those are my top 3. Thank y'all for checking out all the new Missile Baits products, and we're excited for y'all to get your hands on them.
All right, man, so I appreciate your time. Thank you for sitting down, showing us all this stuff. I am really jacked up about that little jig, by the way. Sweet. And that, again, tell me what you call that, and we got to see it. We actually got some B-roll of this on the water, what that sucker looks like. The little puff ball, what are you calling that again?
Yeah, this is called the dice jig.
The dice jig.
Yep. So
simple,
it's
duh.
Yep, dice jig, urchin.
Yeah.
Well, some people have been calling it the skirchin.
Yeah.
Skirt urchin.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's pretty sweet.
Yeah, they also make a weight that will weight that for you too, that you just clip on. It's pretty incredible. We'll put links to everything down in the description of the video so you can go buy this stuff. Now, and by the way, you guys know we love Brazalo, so they've done that collab on that, and I love a finesse bait like that.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
it's incredible. All right, sir. I appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. We're gonna go find the next booth.
Cool.
All right, so it is the last day of ICAST.
Here we are.
We're going to sprinkle in some bigger companies. This is one of them, American Bait Works, Net Bait, Bait Fuel. We're going to talk to them because they've really been rolling out some unique baits. These big companies, we're going to find the ones that are making those unique baits. And this company, well, they're one of them. I'm going to sneak in here. How's it going, guys? How you doing?
How you doing,
How's it
man?
going, brother?
Pretty
Listen,
good,
tell us about some of the baits that you guys are rolling out. The really unique baits. You know, we've already had several of them on the channel.
Yes, sir.
And I think one you got in your hand is one of them.
This is the 15-inch prop shot. This is the perfect late summer worm when this fish get finicky and you can't really, trigger them to bite. You can set this guy on that school in that brush pile and just let it do the work. With this, this long worm and this tail on it, it doesn't take much rod movement to get this thing going. We had it in the tank the other day. Everybody was oohing and ahhing over it. The bass were eating it. It is an awesome summertime bait. So y'all check it out, the Finicky 15-inch prop shot. Let's move over to the Bait Fuel Forward series. Everybody knows and loves the original Bait Fuel. This is it right here. So what we wanted to do was kind of integrate that and push it into individual scent forage species. So starting off, we got the gizzard shad, perfect for slinging you big minnows, TVA lakes. Got the crawfish. Anytime you're flipping a jig, flipping a creature bait, this would be the go-to. Soak your jig trailers in it. This is the guy. For our northern guys, we got the goby. You cannot go wrong soaking any of your, small tube baits, your, drop shot style baits in the goby. Smallmouth bass love goby. So does walleye, stuff like that. So goby, that's gonna be for the northern guys. Got a bluegill, so like the bull brim. Y'all seen the bull brim. This is perfect for the bull brim. So anytime you're in the bluegill beds, brush pile, stuff like that, bass eat bluegill year around. This is gonna be my go-to. Looking for the Elwaf here, so good it magically disappeared. But that's what I'm gonna go to for the smaller minnow baits, 3-inch, 2-inch swim baits. I'm gonna pick up the Elwaf. I'm gonna soak them down in it. and get to catching some bass. So let's slide over here to Scum Frog. What you working on, Wyatt? What you got, son?
You, son.
So this is all new for Scum Frog, the Scum Frog Click Clack Buzz. This is one of my new favorite baits out of Scum Frog. Got the ball right here, so it's the inline buzz bait, weedless design that can clack. I haven't seen anything like it. The bass haven't either, and they absolutely eat it. So y'all check it out, the Scum Frog Click Clack Buzz. There it is.
All right, man. I appreciate that. Really excited about that.
Oh yeah.
The new, as I call it, the new flavors.
Yeah, that's what it is.
And of course, that huge worm. And I know you geeks are going to be really jacked about the huge worm. Guys, you know, I know we've really focused on the small companies, but what's good about the bigger companies, there's a lot of them out there that are doing great things and innovating, not just copying other companies, just like this one. They're doing some very unique, original stuff. And that's what we love.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. I appreciate you.
No problem.
Now, you or your wife, are you both from back home toward where we're
My
at?
wife, yes.
That's it. That's it. We met
Grundy,
you at the
Virginia,
class.
yep.
Grundy, Virginia. So shout out Grundy and shout out to his wife.
Yep.
We say hey, and his whole her whole family.
Yep.
His too, of course. You know, we can't help he's from. Where you from? It don't matter.
Yes, sir. South Alabama.
South Alabama. But man, I appreciate you. I'm just
Yes,
ribbing
sir.
you a little
No
bit.
problem.
Now, guys, let's get on to the next booth and see what we can find.
Yes, sir.
So now we're going to look at some bigger companies, some companies that actually make innovations in the fields. They do things differently. And GSM just happens to be one of those companies. So let's go talk to one of my good buddies. I see him standing over here flexing rods, and let's see what he's got for us in the booth. Mr. Jack Dice.
What's up, Hank?
How's it going, brother?
It's good to see you.
It's good to see you.
You made it.
Yeah, sure, I've been here, and like I said, I'm fat and tired, and I've walked more than I ever walked. I think, well, I've walked more than I've walked in at least past, well, since last year this time. But, you know, we stopped in and we talked to you. You know, you're one of my favorite people in the industry, and one of the YouTubers who I actually watched when I got into YouTubing. And
it's a throwback.
Yeah. I keep wishing you'd get back into it. But you guys are always coming out with some unique baits, and that's what I like about GSM. You're coming out with some unique baits, and I think we're getting ready to show you something that is going to blow the lid off some things for a lot of you everyday anglers out there. But I'm going to do what I should do most of the time, as my wife tells me. I'm going to shut the hell up and let Jack talk.
Yeah. So, like, I've been fortunate enough, I'm the product development manager here over a number of the fishing lure brands at GSM. So I like to think that I've got the fun job, and part of the fun of working at GSM and working in product is trying to push the envelope on new baits, like just completely new ideas. You know, we've always got to have a mix of, hey, what are the anglers asking for that everyone wants? And then, hey, what can we do that they don't know they want yet that we can try to do? So we try to bring the best of those worlds together. And one brand that's actually, I feel like we've done that really well this year is Bill Lewis. We've got some staples, like your classic categories of baits, but some new innovative twists. So like one of them we've got here, this is a bait actually I'm really excited about, because it's hard not to get excited about topwater. This one right here, this is the spit stick from Bill Lewis. It's a 110 millimeters long, 3-hook topwater walking bait, but it's all about the spit. It's all about the water that it throws. You're gonna notice some really unique things on this bait. One is just how wide that cup mouth is and how far those lips come down, that every time you walk it, that lip, as it comes down, it throws a bunch of water. But really the magic of this bait is, as you can see, there's little holes in the side, and what that is that cup at the bottom of the lip mouth, every time, whether you rip it or you're actually walking it, it's flushing water through the bottom and spraying it out to the sides as well. So you're not only getting the water thrown forward, it's spraying out to each side. It's a one knocker. It's making just a crazy amount of surface disturbance, and they come unglued on this thing. Like, but I mean, again, it's hard not to get excited about a topwater. And this was one where when in the prototyping phase, the magic to me is when you finally get it right, and as soon as you throw it, you know. And so this was one, as soon as we got the prototype right, the amount of water it threw, you like, yeah, that thing's gonna get crushed. So I actually caught him on it, some schooling fish, some warm late summer fish on this actually the other day. So that was the fish approval on that bait. But we've got some other baits if you wanna come around here. Got another one that's kind of a twist on a classic. Like, we're Bill Lewis, we're the rattle trap company, we're synonymous with crankbaits. And so we're not going away from crankbaits if we can help it, because there's nothing more fun than winding a plug and having it get locked up. But we're trying to go where no crankbait has gone before, and that's what the brush crank is all about. You're gonna notice, again, unique is kind of the old school look and feel to it, mixed with a little bit of modern design. These wings, these brush guards on the sides, and what that does is, as your bait is coming into contact with timber, with branches, with brush underwater, as your crankbait comes into contact with a limb, most of the time it's not going to fold straight over, otherwise we'd never get hung. What's happening is the hooks are on the bottom, it wants to roll to one side or another, and when it does, as the body comes over a limb, it's going to catch the hook. What those brush guards do on the sides, it changes how far it has to roll off that limb. It keeps it away from the hook. And you've got to throw it to believe it on how well this thing comes through brush piles. It'll get down to 16 feet. We got 4 colors, must add triple grip hooks, so you stick them. And this is all about getting a reaction strike in places you can't get a reaction strike in the past. When you've got fish buried up in a brush pile, and in the past, the only way that I've been able to catch them is, either floating them, a hinge minnow over the top of them, hoping they come out, or if I want to go get them, I got to go like with a drop shot or a robo worm or maybe a Texas rig worm. But I've got to fish slow in that case. Not anymore. With this thing, it's crazy. You can wind it as fast as you want, crash it into a brush pile, get that reaction strike, but put it where they live, where they haven't seen it, and it's pretty cool. And so, super buoyant bait too. It'll float right out. But again, you've got to throw it to believe it when it comes to how well this thing actually comes through brush. It's crazy. So, and then one final bait I want to show you. I'm sure if you walked, if Hank's shown you anything here at this ICAST, this is the Urchin Fest. This is the year of the Urchin, and for good reason. It's a brand new category of baits, and we don't get that very often. A new shape that fish genuinely interact with as if they've never seen it before. So we couldn't not get in on the game on the category with Big Bite. It's a brand that brings value to every angler out there. It's all about shapes that are no nonsense and catch fish. So what we're learning is that what started off as a whole bunch of nonsense, there's no way you can catch a fish on this thing. Again, we're realizing an Urchin style bait is a no-brainer. So this is the Orbix from Big Bite, and it's everything you want in an Urchin. It's a TPE, incredibly durable plastic. It's got the right density where when you're hitting it and twitching it and snapping it underwater, it's moving a ton of water and puts off a ton of vibration, which I think is a big key in getting bit. But hey, we want to bring that to everybody. We want to make sure everyone has an opportunity to try this new category. This bait's retailing $6.99 for your favorite size. It's just, we want to make sure everyone gets an opportunity to get in. While you have an opportunity to throw a bait that they haven't seen, you got to try it while you can. So that's the Orbix from Big Bite. It's a 19mm ball, so that perfect size that I've caught smallmouth. The first day I ever threw this thing, I went to a little sneaky lake. I can't give up the juice, but I knew it had some big ones that were smart. But I didn't realize how many were in there. I thought there were a few. Maybe I could catch one on it, something new. They came unglued on. I had 36 pounds. So I'm a believer in the Orbix from Big Bite. You don't have to sacrifice quality for the price.
All right, brother. Listen, that is insane. I know. Listen, I don't know if you know this, but 2 years ago, and I keep saying this. I know you geeks in this video has heard me pat myself on the back. We were the first ones on YouTube to do a video on a koi. The first ones. Found that bait 2 years ago.
There was probably some people that wanted to kill you for that.
Well, most people, they were all saying, that's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. so that's most of the comments. You have to go back and look at them. But we were doing the same thing, catch smallmouth, South Holston. They were coming unglued. Now, we wouldn't fish. We were fishing a little more on bottom, the clip-on weight, that sort of thing. But, yeah, we discovered it, and we knew it was going to be big. We just had to wait and see who come out with it. But now, anyway, I'm going to stop all my stuttering and stammering and say, man, that bait is insane at that price. So for the everyday angler, I mean, how can you not, right? Jack, man, I always appreciate you, brother. Really do. Big fan, big friend. Just love to come hang out.
Yeah, I love getting to see you. I'm glad, always happy to see you walk into the booth.
Yeah, man. And no matter where we're at, whether it's the classic or whether it's here, just getting to come see you, man, and hang out with you. You're one of my favorite people in the industry, and I mean that. And I mean, other than Mike Bucca, who we're getting ready to go talk to right now. I mean, sorry, Jack, it's Mike
It's
Bucca.
Mike Bucca.
You know,
I
I don't know what to say, you know. But we really do appreciate you, brother. Hey, one of these days, dadgum, we're gonna go fishing.
We're threatening it every time. It's like it's getting.
I know. Listen, one of these days I'll get rid of that day job bad habit, and then I can just come on your schedule.
Hey, maybe I'll do the same.
No, don't do that. Well, I don't know. Hey, Jack, we're gonna edit that out because you're still working here at this booth, right? We don't want to let them know.
No, I love it. I love it.
I know. I'm just playing with you. All right, listen, we're gonna go talk to Mike about a really interesting bait that he's been designing. Well, he did design, not Ben. It's, unfortunately, we're not showing you that kind of top secret. But let's go. Mr. Bucca, how are you, sir?
Good to see you. How are you, man?
I'm doing good. Now, you guys rolled out a whole bunch of new baits.
Yes, sir.
But there's one in particular that I am really jacked up for you to talk about. Will you tell everybody about that bait for me?
The trick crawler?
Yes.
Well, hey guys, we have the trick crawler new for Bucca brand here. It's a 6-inch bait, 1.5 ounces. It's I've been a closet crawler nut for many years, and I fished a lot of different crawlers, and I wanted to make a bait that fixes a lot of the issues that I have with crawlers. And the first issue is the wing durability part. I wanted to make sure that the wings are strong and durable, because these things will get out of tune on a lot of crawlers. They get out of tune super easy, and if you do that, they just don't swim as right. So it's a big frustration in getting these things back to tune. So what we did is we used aluminum wings, and they're durable. They're super thick aluminum wings. A lot of crawlers use stainless steel wings. They're heavy. You don't get the action out of the crawler with the stainless steel wings as you do with the aluminum ones. We also inset them inside the bait so that the durability is on the body of the bait and not externally. Also, you see here we have a backstop to prevent the wing from folding backwards. Okay? The biggest problem with crawlers is in the net. So that's where you need to be the most careful, is when you net your fish. So this is trying to prevent a lot of that problems. To go one step further, if by chance you bend your wings and you can't retune it, you can buy new wings. We will have spare wings available for the trick crawler. You simply take a micro Phillips head screwdriver, pull the pin out, take the wing out, put the new one in, and you're good to go. So we have tried to revolve this bait around wing durability the best that we could with this. Another thing that I have issues with crawlers, and I have a lot of crawlers, some that do really good slow, some that do really good immediate, and then there's actually crawlers just for burning. This one does it all. So it has a very slow startup speed, very fast startup speed, I'm sorry, because of the lightweight wing. You can get that very slow, crippled dragonfly type retrieve. Just really slow, just rippling. Then you have the slalom. You can go medium fast with the slalom, and then you can burn it. So you get all of those type of actions in this one bait. But what I like to do is throw it out there when around heavy cover sometime, and I burn it for a few handles, make that sound, make that commotion, wakes the fish up, and it calls them out from the cover, out from under the docks, out from under the grass, out from under the laydown. And then you sit there and you play cat and mouse. You sit there and do that little slow, and then you can vary your retrieve. It's very important that you vary your retrieve, but now you only need one crawler. So trick crawler for Bucca brand 2026.
Mike, man, always a pleasure to see you no matter where we're at. Thank you for showing us that. That's one I can't wait to get on the water and fish. I'm excited about it. We just dropped one on the little baby bull shad.
Yes, sir.
And talking about fishing it real fast. And man, it's killer on those schooling bass during the summer, let me tell you. Brother, always a pleasure and an honor to meet you and talk to you. And thanks for always being so nice to me from day one. Really embraced me when I was very new to the fishing YouTube world, and I appreciate the heck out of that, brother.
Super proud of you, man.
Again, you will always be one of my favorite humans in the fishing world. All right, I hate to leave Mike. I'd love to stand around and, I don't know, drink a beer with him or something. But I'm going to run off, and we're going to find something else. Thank you, Mike.
Appreciate it, brother.
Appreciate y'all. All right, so now we're going to stop by the P-Line and the First Gen booth. Now, this is another company that really takes a unique kind of turn on things, and that's what we like. You know, we love the jaw dropper. my buddy Mike, he loves that thing. I love it when we catch one and he says jaw dropper. So, but we got a couple of new products coming from them. And here's the man, the myth, the legend.
What's up, Hank?
He knows everything about these products because he's the one that designs most of them, right? Am I wrong on that?
Yeah.
All right, I don't want to give him a title that ain't his and somebody come hunt me down. All right, brother.
Yeah.
I'll let you take over.
All
You
right.
know more about it than me. Tell them about what you got. I'm excited
sure.
about that head.
So super exciting, guys, is we have this new minnow head. It's called the Top Roll. It's it right here. As you can see, super unique design, something you haven't seen before. We actually have two wire bait keepers, one along the shank, which you've probably seen before, but this one right here is special. One on the neck of that hook. And so when you rig this bait, you're actually gonna rig it from the top down, and that bottom keeper that comes out the neck of the hook, it holds the chin of that plastic on. So no more pushing your plastics back up after you catch a fish, or you make a cast and you ever come back in and your plastic's, you know, a 1/4 inch down on the shank of the hook. You cannot pull this bait down on the shank of the hook. It's gonna hold that bait on, and it's effortless with the quiver because most of that weight's sitting on top. So as soon as it hits the water, it falls down one way, and your first pop, it instantly brings it the other side. This is awesome right here. That's the Top Roll. And the other product we have that's really neat is this fuzzy kit. So every fisherman that I know, bass fisherman, has thousands of bags of plastics lying around, and we all like to tinker. We like to customize, we like to make it our own, and so that's why we came out with the fuzzy kit. It comes with 2 craft needles and 4 skirt colors, and you can take any plastic you own, whether it's a minnow, a stick bait, a beaver type bait, and you could thread silicone through those baits and make your own fuzzy bait. Show those fish something different, tinker around, make a custom bait, catch fish on it, and it's super cool when you make your own bait and catch some fish on it. There you go, the fuzzy kit.
Man, we appreciate you. Appreciate everything you do for us too. You know, getting to fish some of these baits, like I can't tell you how, like, you know, the top spin bait, the jaw dropper, the copperhead mini is an incredible little bait. This head right here, I cannot wait to get my hands on this and put that to use. I know, guys, I know. I do like to scope. I don't like to hope. You know, hate me if you want to, but you'll love me later. Anyway,
yeah, that's right.
Brother, appreciate you your time, and thanks for talking to us. Hey, as I always say, links will be in the description below. Now, are all these out already?
Yes.
Okay,
they are
good,
available.
Good.
Yep.
And tell us, by the way, where they can actually get these baits on your website.
Yes. So firstgenfishing.com. You can head there. You can pick them up straight from us. We'll ship right to you.
All right, there you go. So go get them. Trust me, I love the kit. That's going to be fun to fish, especially in that clear water. Just putting a little extra shimmy and shake to some of these baits. It's going to be a good time, man. I appreciate it.
Cool.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
All right, let's go see what else we can find. All right, geeks, here's another really interesting company that really started rolling out some unique baits of their own. Now, they're known for the subscription box originally, but now they're really diving hardcore into the bait world, and they're coming out with some incredible innovations when it comes to their new baits. Hey, man, how's it going?
I'm Matt.
Hey, Matt, I'll let you go ahead and introduce yourself. You know better than me. They're going to show you some of the baits that they're dropping here. And one of the baits that I didn't even know they had that looks incredible.
Hey guys, so I'm Matt with Monster Bass. What I wanted to show you guys, we have this new Super Freak. This is one of those baits that uniquely runs through the water. So when you're running a typical crankbait, you know, you have a nice wobble action. What is unique about this bait, because of the bill shape and because of the angles that we have, it's going to run nose down in a feeding action, and it's also going to hunt. So as this bait travels through the water column, it's going to erratically kick out nice and wide on its wobble, occasionally even extra wide. So you have a nice motion through the water column that provides a reaction strike and that very unique presentation to the fish that acts natural as a fleeing bait fish or any prey. So the Super Freak is one of my favorites, just because of the fact that when it's pressured waters, you've got something that looks a little different, acts a little different, and provides just enough different action through the water column that you can get those special strikes when it's pressured. We also came out this year, specifically, new to ICAST, never been released till this year, the Vader. So the Vader is super, super unique. What it does, when you normally run a bait like this, you know, you get a nice wobble action, it's nice and tight, you get a good rod thump, you can really pull it through grass. But what this will do different is, like the Super Freak, it will run nose down. So if you stall it, you can almost jig it up and down off the bottom and have it land nose down in a feeding position. Also on this, you'll notice that there are 360-degree hook hangers on this, and that's going to provide better hookup percentage, even if you just skin hook the fish and it swipes at your bait. So it lessens the opportunity that the bait can use itself as leverage to pull the hook out of the fish's mouth. Also, it's not necessarily brand new, but this is one of the top selling baits that Grande Bass carries, and I wanted to mention it specifically. So this is the Rattle Senko. Now, it's one of those baits that nobody else on the market makes anything like this. It's the best NACO rigged, wacky worm. It's also really, really, really good pulling through grass, because I can rig this Texas and Texpose it and keep it weedless, but I can also have all of this extra action on this ribbon tail. So this rattlesnake tail, as it comes through the water, wants to hunt side to side like your typical paddle tail, like your twiddle tail worms, all of those type of things, but it provides a lifelike action through the water column that falls very naturally and just allows a fish to sense the bait, bite the bait, so you can catch more bass.
All right, man, I appreciate your time. Thank you very much for telling us about your baits, about what you guys do. And like I said, you guys still do the subscription box thing too, right?
Yes, sir, absolutely. We still host a monthly subscription box, and we also have a very specific kids subscription box that came out this year, a paint your own bait kit.
Nice. Oh, that is cool. I did not know that. So that's something too for you. And I tell people, when it comes to the subscription box thing, you know, if you're an old head like me and you just fish the same old thing all the time, you get in that rut, it's a good thing to get dip baits that you wouldn't normally purchase and do something different. It's also good for you young heads, because then you can go out there, pick up some baits, pick up some new techniques, and learn some new ways to catch bass. So make sure you buy both of those things. Hey, tell us where you can get a hold of all this stuff at.
So all of this is available at Tackle Warehouse and also at our individual websites, Grande Bass and monsterbass.com.
All right, so make sure you get out there. As I always say, links will be in the description. Brother, appreciate you. We're gonna go see what else we can find around this place.
Thank you.
All right, geeks, so you all know I love to throw spoons. Big spoons, little spoons, no matter what. One of the most innovative companies when it comes to spoon fishing is the company we're about to show you right here. What's great about them is that they've already done a lot of stuff. A lot of your bigger companies have already copied. Let me introduce you. How's it going, sir?
How are you, Hank?
I'm doing well.
Nice to have you in the Dixie Jet booth.
I appreciate it, man. Been a big fan of your stuff for a long time. And I always try to tell people spoons are not something that, well, we know all the sexy glory goes to the big spoons. But I always tell people, when it comes especially to a flutter spoon, that you can fish them really about anywhere. And about any size of bait fish. I'm a big fan of the smaller spoons, but he's got some really cool stuff, some new stuff he's going to introduce to you. Thank you.
Appreciate the opportunity. Hello everybody, I'm Tom Murphy. I own Dixie Jet Lures, and this year for ICAST we introduced a new half-ounce weedless spoon. We designed the new weed guard. This weed guard is a brand new type of weed guard. It connects to the back barb of the hook. When the fish bites down, you set the hook, it goes down and out of the way. You can bring it back up, you can pull it back out, and it maintains its weed guard protection on your spoon. This year we did a half-ounce. We had this last year in a 3/4 ounce, but I had a lot of requests from the saltwater markets to make a 1/2 ounce gold shattered glass. And we make our spoons out of marine grade brass, but all our gold plating is 24 karat gold leaf plating over the top of the brass. And the gold shattered glass is very, very popular, especially fishing for redfish on the flats in Louisiana, Florida. Any place there's redfish, the redfish will eat this. But we've also, Justin Hamner and Cody Huff use both my Talon spoons and the Falcon spoons. And both Cody and Justin asked me to make the Falcon spoon in a heavier version. And we make our spoons out of 2 size brasses. We make it out of the thinner brass, which is a 0.50 brass, and then we make it out of a 0.80 brass, which is a heavier model. So the original flutter spoons, the Falcon flutter spoons, were made out of the 0.50 lighter brass. They asked me to make it out of the 0.80. This is twice the weight of the regular Falcon spoon because they're sitting in 70 foot of water, fishing in 45 to 55 foot of water catching their fish, and they were getting tired waiting for that flutter to come down to the depth that they were fishing for. So we did this for them. But we've also decided this gold shattered glass is so popular, we are now going to offer it in the Falcon lightweight, and we're also going to do it in our flutter spoons. We have a gold flutter spoon also in both a 3/4 ounce and a 1/2 ounce, just a straight flutter spoon. Always mimic a dying shad. Fish eat these flutter spoons like crazy. They love it. They think it's a shad, and the way that it flutters down, it's nice and slow, and they really like it. So we are now offering this in a shattered glass version in both the 1/2 ounce and the 3/4. That's pretty much what we have here at Dixie Jet Lures that's new for 2026. We'll be back in 2027. I appreciate your all's loyalty using the Dixie Jets. We get compliments all the time from fishermen. Thank you for coming to our booth.
Sir, I appreciate it. I've been a big fan for a long time, own several versions of your spoons. And like I said, they and the small companies, and by the way, I don't know if he said it already, these are American made, and your partner in crime over here told me this is a veteran owned company. So make sure you go out and support these guys. Like I said, you want the best on the market? Right here it is. We appreciate you, sir.
Thanks, Hank. Appreciate it.
All right. Now, oh wait, tell us where they can find you online.
Okay, online we're at www.dixiejetlures.com. You can find us. We have a Shopify website. We've got a catalog on there. You can download the catalog, and that's where we're at. You can find us easy. We normally ship within 2 days of an order being placed.
Heck yeah. All right, man. We appreciate it. Thanks for your time. Thanks for talking with us. And we're going to go see what else we can find.
Thanks, guys.
All right, geeks, so here we are. I have completely reorganized my boat, how we do things, everything from our soft plastics. And this company right here, over the past few years, has been one of the biggest innovators in storage. Whether you're fishing from the bank, from the boat, even from the kayak, they do some really innovative things with their storage. And I'm pretty excited about a couple of them that they've got dropping right here. Brother?
What's going on?
It's good to see you.
Good seeing you.
Hey, I'm going to let you tell everybody what you guys have rolled out this year because you can definitely do it better than me.
Okay. All right, so we got a couple new exciting products that we're really excited to have coming out. Right now we have the Ballistics Jig Locker. So this is a 3.7 size and a 3.6, 36, 37. And so we designed this really to store jigs, chatterbaits, jig heads, all of it. And so our claim to fame with this one is it's going to have a ramp system. So you don't have the weed guards hitting the bottom of the lid as some other competitors may have on theirs. Our capacity is way higher. In my 37 that I have, I've got like 65 jigs in mine, and held it securely in place with silicone on both of them, so you can really jam-pack jigs and chatterbaits all in there. Next, we've got the Ballistics 3.5 terminal. So we had the original 3700 terminal that has been really accepted, and then now we've shrunk it down into a really small size. So whether you're a bank guy and only need the essentials, or you're a boat guy and you want to divide up different styles of hooks so you can have a drop shot or a flip-in box, we've got that prepared. And then next we've got our Creature Keeper cases. So these are new for us. Obviously the biggest trend this year is the fuzzy ball, the Urchin style lures. So we had to make sure we were a part of that, and we think we've done it better. And so the reason we think that is, one, we've included it in our plastics case, so there's not this huge barrier to entry to get into these. If you own a plastics case, all you gotta do is slap in our new dividers, and then it'll come with some bars. So we've got our custom bars, store them exactly how you buy them, and we can jam pack as many as you want, or you can spread them out if you want to be real careful about it. And then our key difference between ours versus others is we went with a deep version. So a lot of them are going to go with the tray style, and that's fine, but they have a problem with depth. And so their depth, really, when you crush the lid together, you're still crushing those legs, and that's, the whole point is you got to let them free float. So we've got an extra deep version here, so even these quickie full casts, they have well enough clearance, and then you get like a quickie suplex. Got plenty of room in there, so we're really excited about these new products that are coming.
All right, brother. I appreciate it. It has been an honor to get to work with you guys over the past year.
Yeah.
And use your old stuff a little bit before that too. And this right here, I am jacked up about. And I'm telling you, the terminal cases that he showed you over there, and the jig. Listen. Okay, he's done told you. I'm just going to not gush right now because those are all pain areas for me in particular. The jig box I've got right now, it is a joke what it looks like. So I'm jacked up. This, I'm tired of having to take and heat up water. Don't boil it, heat up water and dip the legs in to straighten them back up, because I've been them out all the time, so I'm jacked up about that. Man, you guys do a great job with what you do. Man, all kinds of stuff. Not just for, the expensive, like he said, this is a very good bang for the buck deal. But man, they've got something for everybody. Bank boat, kayak, you name it, they've got it, and they've got it in the right price range. Brother,
appreciate you.
Thank you for taking the time. Hey, tell everybody where they can find you online.
Evolutionoutdoor.com. We got all of this. We've got a full assortment, so whatever you do, we've got something for you. We even got some hunting, tactical, and saltwater gear. So
that's right.
We got it all.
They do have it all. All right, man. We're going to go see what else we can get into.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. All right, geeks. So another small company that does really innovative things in the fishing market, well, that's definitely this booth right here, Epic Baits. They make some very unique things, some things that a lot of other people don't. And that's one of the keys, and that's one of the reasons why we want to talk to them. This gentleman right here I've known for quite a bit now, and he's a good guy. I've been doing some bait design, and I'm going to let him tell you about it because he can definitely do it better than me.
Hey guys, welcome to the Epic Booth 2026 ICAST. We come up with a couple of new jig designs this year. We got a finesse jig, comes in 18 colors, and it comes in 3 sizes, a 5/16, a 7/16, and a 9/16. And ours is kind of unique with we got the proper weed guard angle. We also use, anybody that fishes finesse jigs religiously uses a O'Shaughnessy bend hook and understands that keeps the bait hooked up better. They're usually light wire hooks in finesse jigs, so you definitely want the O'Shaughnessy bend. And like I said, it comes in 18 colors and 3 sizes. One other quick product that we got, we've also got a new casting jig. Very unique head design. Kind of come through everything. It can also be swam a bit. Comes in again 18 colors, proper weed angle, and again you see the O'Shaughnessy bend hook. O'Shaughnessy bend hooks, in my opinion, when you're casting a jig out and pulling it in, it just keeps the fish hooked up better. Round bend hooks are also great, but to me, in my opinion, that's for flipping, a real violent hook set, quick. But this is for dragging them in from the deep. But other than that, that pretty much covers us for this year. We've got some other new things coming. We just didn't get them done in time for ICAST.
Man, thank you very much. Thank you for just being cool to me for so long, and talking with me and chatting with me. Thanks for showing us these cool new baits that you guys are dropping. You guys do a lot of really cool stuff, and We appreciate it.
We enjoy following you, and we appreciate everything you do.
All right. Tell everybody where they can find you at online, too, by the way.
You can find us at epicbaitsfishing.com.
There you go. So make sure you go check it out. Like I say, there'll be links in the description. All right, we're going to go see what else we can get into, man.
Appreciate your day.
Hey, last show. Take it easy. Get all the rest you can. I know I need it.
See you guys.
See you, brother. All right, so like we say, it's not just about the big boys. We know everybody is talking about the big companies and their bait A, B, and C. But there's a lot of small companies here at ICAST. And the Bait Cave, well, they're one of those companies. They're coming out with some really cool soft plastics, and I'm going to let the man, the owner, I'm guessing.
That's right.
All right.
Correct.
His wife, I think. I don't want to put words in my mouth. Might argue who's the real owner, but anyway.
Yeah, she does all the work. That's what everybody sees online.
So I'm going to let him take over before I get both of us in trouble. Hey, man, nice to meet you. Go ahead and introduce yourself and tell everybody everything.
Sure. My name's Riley Phillips, owner of Bait Cave Customs. We are located down at Lake of the Ozarks in Missouri. Started this business right out of our basement, doing it as a hobby. Got some tournament wins. Next thing you know, we got a lot of website orders, and now we're at ICAST. We've been to the Classic, all the big shows, but here we are. Just want to take a moment, talk to you about a couple baits that we've been coming out with. It's the craze. Everybody's calling it Urchin Cast 2026. We've got one as well. This is our Zora. It's a 1-inch ball, 4.5 inches overall, made out of plastisol, not TPE. So this thing, you can rig it any which way you want, and it will still last a very long time. One that we've had out for a while, it is a universal trailer bait. We call it our Cave Cricket, 3.8 inches. Swim it, flip it, drag it, however you want to. We even got guys throwing it on the back of a buzz bait. It's a very universal trailer. And the last one we've got, we released this year as well. Worked with our boy Joy Bloom with the MPFL. It is a new Bloom Shad. It's a minnow style bait. Floats as well, very thin tail as you can see on it, and it's going to work very phenomenal, either as a standalone minnow or on the back of a chatterbait. So go check them out. We've been around for a while and we're not going anywhere. Baitcave.com is our website. Go check us out on all the social medias, and we hope you guys enjoy the ICAST coverage.
Man, we appreciate the heck out of it.
Hey, we appreciate you, man.
We ain't doing nothing special. We're just talking about what you do special.
That's right.
And the wife over here. Gotta get her. Ha ha! I gotta get her over there.
She's here.
Oh, don't let me get in the way. I blocked the sun as big as I am.
Yeah. It's all good.
No, we appreciate you coming down. We appreciate you. We hope you had a good show.
Right.
You make some really incredible baits, and that's what we're talking about right now. We're talking about the small business guy. We think everybody sort of misses that at ICAST.
Correct.
And you know, everybody wants to be friends with the big boys.
Sure. But there's a market for everybody.
Listen, the little guys are who really innovate. The big
right.
boys, most of the time, they can't afford it.
That's right.
So
we appreciate you guys for stopping by.
Yeah, we appreciate you. Hey, tell us where they can get you if you haven't already, like website and all that.
Website's baitcave.com. Again, follow us on all of our social medias, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok.
All right, now you guys do some live TikTok bait making, right?
We do a lot of live. We've been doing live streams, which really put us on the map on Facebook. Sunday night, 6 o'clock Central Time, we usually go live. You can watch us make these things right in-house.
And he's got a friend. His name is Danny. Might be with that Brazzaro. I think it's Brazzaro. Brazzaro.
Easy on the friend part.
Easy on the free part. He's we'll just say an acquaintance.
He's an acquaintance.
He kind of turned me on to them, so I appreciate that too, man. All right, we're going to get out here and see what else we can get into.
There's a lot to see. Thanks for stopping by, guys.
Thank you, brother. Now, we all know that Strike King, really, we consider them one of the biggest brands in the market. But what we love about Strike King is they do drop some of the most unique, innovative baits out there. Now, like I said, you guys know I'm a network engineer. So I love my forward-face sonar. Again, don't hate on me for it. I fish those Highlands reservoirs. I don't get to fish 3 foot deep, dirty water, okay? It's just how it is. But I got a good buddy here. Got to know him over the past year, and he's going to tell you a little bit about a head that I'm truly excited about, a unique design head, especially with all the tungsten going crazy right now, and a unique bait with a little different design that's actually designed to do what it's supposed to do.
All right, guys, so we have 2 new things for forward-facing sonar that came out. We have the Spotlight Winged Minnow and the Spotlight Hybrid Tungsten Jig Head. You heard that right, it's a hybrid tungsten jig head. So what this is, it's got a lead core and a tungsten coat on the outside. And if you look right there, see how it kind of looks like a disco ball? What that's gonna do is it's gonna give you more surface area to reflect back onto your forward-facing sonar so you get a better return on that. Another thing too, if you notice, the eye on the jig head is back a little bit, so it puts all the weight right up here. It's gonna get really good rolling action. Now, this is also designed to be fished with the new Spotlight wing minnow. You can also do a Z2 on it. If you look at these, really cool hook keeper. It has the 2 ridges right there. See how it's flat right there? You can skin hook your minnows and it's not gonna rip it that bad. So now, the minnow right here. Everyone knows about the other wing minnows out there and how the wings are going up. That's not actually to make it roll back and forth. That was originally to make them go up in the water column. This right here, see how the wings are angled down? That's how you get a true rolling action while keeping it flat in the water column. Another thing that's cool about these baits is the Spotlight series. So it's the Spotlight sonic coat technology, where it's gonna show up way better on your forward-facing sonar and help you to catch more fish.
All right, brother. Hey, appreciate your time, man.
Absolutely.
Love this. I cannot wait to put it to work because you geeks know one of my favorite. So please tell me, this comes in like that ghost or that gray glimmer color?
Yes, so you can see here we have a bunch of super natural colors. Yes. And all of them have the sonic coat technology. So you got your Arkansas Shiners, Tennessee Shad, Prisms, Smoky Blue, whatever you have to throw, we've got it.
That's great because, you know, the I think it's called the Z2, the baby Z2.
Yes.
I always get the name wrong. And the great thing about it is that gray glimmer, the go-to for me in that ultra clear water when I'm fishing that 20, 30 foot visibility and I've got those big largemouth out there. So this right here is going to help me really get a reaction bite out of those bass. Hey, if you haven't already, tell them where you can get this stuff online.
Go check it out online at your local retailers or at StrikeKing.com.
All right, now let's go check out what Lou's has got new. All right, so now we're gonna go talk to one of my good buddies. You've seen him on the channel, I feel like 100 times. I think he's been on here as many times as I have now, but he's the Lou's man, the master of the Lou's setup and really what's new. And since he knows it way better than me, I'm gonna let him introduce himself and I'm gonna let him tell you what's great. Because you know I've been a Lou's fan forever and a day. Good to see you again, man.
Good to see you.
Tell everybody what you got.
What's up, guys? I'm John Bird III here. We got the all-new Hypermag 150 ITB. If you've been following around with Lou's for a long period of time, you know the Hypermag is a killer reel, magnesium frame, 5.2 ounces. But the biggest thing that we did with this reel was we added ITB to it. So our Paramag ITB braking system, it basically stands for inertia transfer braking. What that's gonna do is, it's gonna help your backlashes be minimum once you dial this sucker in, and it's just a freaking workhorse. Let me tell you this one little tip. The biggest advantage of a magnesium frame, it is very lightweight, but it has the same rigidness as an aluminum frame reel. So, you know, aluminum frame reels can have a little weight to them. So if you want lightweight, but still really strong and durable, where you can frog flip, do everything in between, you definitely want to check out the Hypermag. Now, one other thing, I'm gonna just drop this in there. We got a lot of requests. 6-speed gear ratio. We've added a 6:8 to 1 gear ratio here in this reel. So now you got 6.8, 7.5, and 8.3. So now you got the full gambit covered right here with this one reel platform. So you definitely gonna want to check out the all new Lou's Hypermag ITB 150. All right, so I'm gonna bring y'all over to something that I've been super excited about. We just revamped our Signature Series rods. I'm a big fan of the Signature Series rods. We got some brand new models from Andy Morgan. Come on now, Andy Morgan's known for a jig and a flat side crankbait. So we got a flat side crankbait rod from Andy Morgan, and we got his battle pitching rod, so he gonna be flipping a jig with that in that Tennessee area. We got some new models from Dakota E-Bear, so we got some forward-facing Sonar minnow rods, and we got some offshore crankbait rods, offshore football jig type rods. So we got you covered here. But I'm gonna just talk about some of the new things that we did differently. Completely upgraded the reel seat here. So this is our Comfort Plus reel seat. So it's extremely comfortable to fish with, but you got a lot more blank contact compared to the previous generation. Upgraded the cosmetics, so if you want your stuff to match, you can put the Hypermag spinning reel or bait catch reel on these rods and it will match seamlessly. One thing new that we did differently, and you won't see this in some of the other loose rods, we did an unsanded blank. We don't have any other rod in our lineup that has an unsanded blank, so it's definitely a cool, different look. But we upgraded to a blank to HM85 with focus, so it's gonna be extremely sensitive, but very, very durable. And now all these rods are technique specific, and whatever angler's name is on that rod, that angler went and deep dived into their techniques and their experience over the years to make sure the rod matches exactly what they want. So like this rod here, this is Andy Montgomery's Bullseye jig worm rod. He flips with this rod, he does a little bit of everything with it, and it's to the specs that he wanted it. So if you want a rod from Greg Hackney, a rod from Kevin Van Dam, Mark Zona, Andy Morgan, E-Bear, we got you covered here. So this is another rod that a rod series that I'm definitely super excited to fish with, especially this rod in particular, the jig worm rod, my favorite rod ever.
All right, man, I appreciate you.
Yep.
This guy is, listen, he's the man. If you've got loose questions, I don't know how you get a hold of him, but you better run him down.
Just go watch my YouTube channel. Type in my name, John Bird III on YouTube. You can go watch all the stuff. I'm giving you all the nitty gritty details right there. So that's all you gotta go do.
There you go, good job. I always forget he's got a YouTube channel. I keep forgetting. One of these days when I get out of my day job, I'm going to come down. We're going to get to do a whole lot of fishing together.
Come on.
He's going to teach me a few things.
Come on.
I cannot wait to go do it. So, man, I appreciate your time.
Yep.
Always, man. You always do such a good job for us, and we appreciate you taking the time to talk with us. And, man, he's been nice to us and really, really pumped us up, you know, to Luz and to Rather as a whole. So, I really can't thank this dude enough. I'd give him a big hug. He might not like it. So I ain't gonna do it.
It'll be good.
Thank you, man. All right, we got one more really cool thing to show you. Come on, let's go. Now, we started this video talking about the next big thing. The next big thing might actually be right here. It might actually be this new rod. So, it is really a unique design from Zebco. It is, we'll just say it is a direct competitor with a very unbreakable rod, but what makes it different to me, and I've already had one in my hands, it feels like a bass rod. So it's really incredible. As this lovely young lady will absolutely tell you way more about it than I can, and probably a lot better, so I won't stumble. Pleasure to meet you.
Hi, I'm Gabby. I'm with Zebco. Very nice to meet you.
Go ahead and tell everybody about it.
Well, number one, Rhino is back. This is our great product that won Best of Show, and it is so durable. I actually have a picture of Bill Dance jumping on it yesterday in the booth. So this product is made with triaxial fibers that are all proprietary materials, less resin, and it's way stronger, about 50% stronger, 10% lighter than anything that's on the market in this price point right now. It is available in a rod and a combo. The reel was engineered in Tulsa, Oklahoma. It features asymmetrical gears just to make sure that all of the power is on the drive side. So I hope that you guys get your hands on one soon. I know that there'll be a hot commodity coming up.
Hey, thanks for taking the time. Now, here's the reason why. So the whole point of this video, I didn't tell you about this, was we were looking for the next big thing. And in my opinion, this has to be as close, if not well above, anything that we found at this show. This rod, like I said, now they've got, you know, you can fish for anything with them. They've got such a wide range, you can do about anything. But the ones that I would consider the bass rod range of actions and powers, they feel like a bass rod, which is what I love. So it's not going to feel like that buggy whip from that other company, if you know what I'm saying. Now, the most incredible thing about this, because you want to talk about the everyday angler, please tell them what this retails for.
Rods start at $49.99 and combos start at $69.99. How can you beat that? How can you beat that? Tell me.
This is something you can throw in the back of your truck, throw in the back of your car. I mean, you can almost bend it over and put it in your wallet if you want to. So if this isn't the next big thing, I don't know who else has found anything better.
Hey,
thank you for taking the time. It is an honor to meet you.
It's an honor to meet you.
You know, we appreciate you taking the time.
Hey, appreciate you.
All right, that is the show for us. Let's get out of here. That is it, geeks, for ICAST 2026. Hopefully we found some very interesting baits and some interesting companies for you too. Remember, that's the thing about ICAST. It really isn't just about all the big companies that you see, that all the other creators put out there. They all do the same video. You've seen one, you've seen them all. Well, not here. We show you some really unusual stuff. It's why and how we find that new stuff and stay ahead of the curve. That's how we did the Corky 2 years before CorkyCast. All right, listen, you know how it goes. Questions, comments in the comment section below. Like if you like it. Oh wait, go check out this video right here. Questions, comments in the comment section. Like it if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. Make sure you ring that bell, and you geeks rock.